So the link for effective early warning system is that we need to have to aggregate those informations. And then it is very important to look, for example, the decadal or seasonal fluctuation of rainfall, and how that seasonal fluctuation in rainfall affects the seasonal fluctuation of the water reservoirs, and how that water reservoir is linked with the anticipated disaster risks. And then the early warning system, people working on the disaster risk management will be looking into very effectively how the early warning system gives information for effective disaster risk management.
There is a need for an essential connection between hydrological services, meteorological services, whether you're talking about disaster preparedness and communities. And I think the important link that needs to be developed, and this is from experience, is the communication link. Many times all these communities, whether it's the climate community, the hydrology community, the DR community, and the communities which we want to benefit from this, are not able to get together because there's nothing that links them. So I think the communication is very, very crucial, and we can talk about communication through media, communication through information, education and communication materials, IEC, communication at community level, communication between hydrology and meteorological services to understand, to have a common position for early warning systems.
The reality is that the most efficient early warning system from the technical point of view is not going to be making an impact if the end user, if the population and the community will not be able to understand the warning and act upon it. Which basically means that there is an important necessity for the technical and scientific community to relate to each other in order to understand what is the knowledge needed and where are the gaps.
I think the most essential link between the three communities, the meteorological, hydrological and the DRR community, is basically communication and translation. Communication between the meteorologists and the hydrologists on the data, on the hazard, and in a format and language that can be understood by the hydrologist, and between the hydrologists and the DRR in a language that the DRR people can understand and take action and disseminate the information to the affected communities. This is very critical for the three to work together, to be able to translate information and to be able to also get a feedback on the response from the information that they pass to the other community. Thank you.
I believe that one of the key challenges to the question is actually, it's related to coordination. And it's not only coordinating amongst the three central areas that's mentioned here, but it's also because we need to coordinate amongst the larger community that this encompasses. And it's a very diverse group because it's both those that are working on crisis response, it's those who are working on development issues, and it's those who are working on preparedness and preventive measures. Yeah? So it's a large community. And I think one of the key issues is related to the coordination, because there's not a standard coordination set up around this group. And so this group has very many different interests.